Evening. We've been dealing with on and off showers throughout the day today, and most of that has started to wrap up for the metro, but we are still looking a little rainy around Norfolk. Another round pushing into Columbus with showers moving out of western Iowa. For the metro, we're stuck underneath the clouds, and underneath that cloud cover you might encounter some misty conditions, but no heavy rain to get in the way of your evening commute. For the rest of this evening, we have that really light shower potential for most of us continuing through the evening. Once we hit about 10 p.m., however, our best chances are out of here until tomorrow. We'll be bringing back a returning rain chance, especially by the afternoon to evening. I'll get you a first alert to that timing coming up. Well, our active pattern continues tomorrow with more rain chances on the way. Want to get you a first alert on what to expect for Thursday. Out the door, temperatures will be in the mid-60s, and unlike today, it'll be a drier start for most of us. Our rain chances start to pick up afternoon, and we'll have spotty showers and storms, mainly very weak, as we move through the second half of the day. And ahead of those showers, we should warm up to that high of 80 for the metro. As we pick up the hour by hour forecast, 7 a.m. on Thursday, a lot of cloud cover for everyone, but mainly dry. As we get into the afternoon, particularly around 2 to 3 p.m., you'll notice that chance for a few scattered showers and storms starting to sprout up. These will remain quite hit or miss, with best chances into western Iowa, but we likely get at least a little light rain at times on and off into the metro. The further out to the west you go, the drier you are likely to be throughout the day on Thursday, before rain chances pick back up Friday afternoon. We'll take a closer look at what that could mean for high school football games. That's coming up in just a little bit. Jacqueline?
All right, all eyes and ears waiting for that one, Emily.
We're on first alert for more daily rain chances that carry us all the way through the weekend. So as you make those plans to get outdoors, you're going to be keeping the umbrella on hand more than likely, especially through tomorrow afternoon, with another round of storms possible Friday afternoon into the evening, and another round into Saturday. That could impact the Husker game. Now, for Friday night football, I want to focus in on this first. We're going to be warming up into the mid-70s for the afternoon high by 6 p.m. as a lot of these games are getting started. We'll be right around 74, and storms looking more likely, especially during the first portion of the game. So we may be dealing with some early thunderstorm potential that wraps up by the time those games are starting to get into their second halves. So it wouldn't hurt to bring the umbrella with you to those games. It's going to be feeling like fall as well. Good news is it does not look like a total washout. We don't have any of those in the 10-day forecast. We're taking a closer look at your 10-day power planner coming up. Jacqueline?
All right, could be
the afternoon to evening hours. Really hit or miss, about a 40% chance, so it's not going to be for everyone, but it won't hurt to have the umbrella on hand. By Friday, that chance returns, and we are slightly cooler. High temperature in the mid-70s before we warm back into the 80s by the weekend. Now we're watching more rain for the weekend forecast, and that does have the potential to impact the Husker game. So with spotty thunder showers mainly before 3 p.m., doesn't look like it's going to be a washout through the entire game, but with kickoff at 2:30 p.m. out at Memorial Stadium, we may catch what's left over before these completely clear out right at the start. We should be drier as we move through halftime and the end of the game, warming up to about 80 degrees out in Lincoln. You can plan on temperatures back into the mid-70s by the end of the game. From there, we'll be watching another round of showers and storms as we get into Sunday morning, another chance returning into the evening. And by the time we head into the first day of fall, we are not going to be feeling like it. A high of 82 degrees on Monday, and our extended temperature outlook is keeping us warmer than average. Between September 24th and the 30th, we normally sit around 74 to 76 degrees. And take a look at the tail end of the 10-day forecast. We're going to be sitting in the upper 70s at our coolest point before making a return to the low 80s after that. You can stay on top of the forecast by downloading Irvington. Underneath these thicker clouds, we're going to have some periods of light showers, maybe even some misty conditions, but we're not expecting anything too organized here for the remainder of the evening in the metro. Perhaps maybe another spotty storm as we get closer to about 10 p.m. But for the next couple of hours, generally just really light and scattered rain potential. We'll stay in the mid-70s through about 7 p.m., upper 60s by 10. And as we get into the day tomorrow, drier first part of the day, But into the afternoon to evening, our scattered storm chances move back in. We'll be taking a closer look at the timing of this on the hour-by-hour forecast coming up.
Remember when it felt like summer yesterday? I missed that already.
Yeah, so bizarre.
We have new developments in the deadly outbreak of Legionnaire's disease.
Back up, especially into western Iowa by the evening. Heading into Friday, we're going to dry out, at least through the first half of the day. We'll have a round of very isolated storms that pushes back in right around mid-afternoon and could hold on into the evening. So for Friday night football games, may have a few scattered storms through about 6 o'clock. Temperatures will be in the mid-70s initially. We should dry out as we get into those later evening games. Second half of the game, temperatures will be down into the upper 60s by about 8 o'clock. We'll bring back rain chances by the weekend, and we'll take a closer look at what to expect there coming up with your 10-day power planner. Brian?
All right, we'll see you in a bit, Emily. President Trump today hosted by the royals in the United Kingdom. His visit overseas steeped in pomp and pageantry and protests. While here at home, issues that could impact your health and wealth are taking
much earlier sunset by the time we hit December 20th. 7:20 p.m. for the start of the season, down to 4:57 p.m. by the time we're heading into the end of the season. Our average highs will also be dropping into the mid-30s. Now, for the start of our fall season, we're not going to be feeling like it. We're going to be warmer than average through the end of the month. Average highs in the mid-70s. We're going to be sitting mainly near 80. We'll take a closer look at your 10-day forecast, including some rain chances. That's coming up. Jacqueline?
All right, I'm liking the rain now, Emily, so we'll take it, I guess. Now for a look at what's on NBC tonight.
Yeah, at 7, it's America's Got Talent. Then at 8, Chicago Fire, followed by Chicago PD. Then join us for the news at 10.
Thursday, and unlike today, you'll have a drier start. We will have the cloud cover around, however, through tomorrow morning with temperatures in the mid-60s out the door, and after about midday, scattered storm chances starting to build. As we get into the afternoon, our rain chances will be quite hit or miss, but they do last into the evening with a high temperature hovering right around 80 for the metro. We're back down to the mid-70s on Friday with returning chances for afternoon to mainly early evening thunderstorms that could impact the start of high school football games, and with a few spotty thunder showers possible before 3 p.m. on Saturday. We could also see some impacts to the start of the Husker game. So I want to get you a first alert to that forecast, what to expect. At kickoff, temperatures will be in the mid-70s. That's where we have that kind of lingering chance for maybe a stray thunderstorm. Should get drier as we approach halftime, warming up to the low 80s, and by the end of the game, back down into the mid-70s. As we get into Sunday, we're back into the low 80s with that high of 82. Morning and evening storms, and kicking off fall with a high in the low 80s and returning rain chances as a low pressure system impacts the area through the first half of next week. That could drive temperatures down just a little bit. We'll keep an eye on that. Upper 70s for now, Tuesday and Wednesday, with continued rain chances and highs back into the 80s for the tail end of the 10-day forecast. We'll have some slightly cooler overnight lows as well, with a few starts in the upper 50s. So some changes on the way.
Yeah, a rainy start to fall, indeed.
Yeah, at least a sign fall is coming, right? Even though it's still hot out there.
There you go. Thanks, Emily. Still ahead at 5, Mayor Ewing reacts to his